down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
All right, this podcast is going out to all the personal development hustlers, grinders, people that want to go to the next level. I hope and pray, for real I do pray, for you to get focused, to get your goals done. It has taken me a while. I've been procrastinating. I've written these goals out like back in December. And I've just been like, man, if I do a podcast on my goals, oh, shucks. Now I'm accountable. Now people have the right to say, did you lose that weight, fat boy? And that's actually happened to me before. I mentioned it on Facebook that I was trying to lose weight. And someone came up to me at a RIA and said, hey, how's that diet going? I was like, it's going. I don't know where it's going, but it's going somewhere. So, man, I'm like, I'm going to lay it all out. I'm going to tell you all my goals. Man, I'm under a little weather here, but it's okay because I'm going to do this. I've already procrastinated enough. What is it, the 11th of the 12th of January? And I haven't, these goals have been done for like a couple of weeks. And I'm like, man, why am I so soft? Why am I afraid to get these goals out? I know, and it's so crazy that some of you folks out there, Mark and some Dave Torres, you know, been texting me, encouraging me. I'm thankful. I want to be the same for you guys. I mean, somebody out there that just tuned into the podcast for the first time, there's somebody in your life that you need to be accountable to reach out to, just to encourage. It is not easy out here grinding it out in the world of selfishness, trying to get things done. So if someone just popped in your mind that you need to love on or go out and encourage, go do it. It's not easy. It's not convenient. It's probably never will be. So you just got to fight that bullet and say, hey, you know, text your homeboy, text your girlfriend, text your wife, vice versa. Wives text your husbands. Are out there grinding it out. Say, hey, I appreciate you and all that you do. Now, this is a way too long intro, but my goal is to motivate you. My goals are unique. I've probably missed a couple of goals. That was another reason why I was like getting to the point where, man, I'm just going to drop these goals and I hopefully I can fill them in as we go. And I didn't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to try to every month, and somebody needs to remind me, be accountable, say, hey, how's your goals going, and talk about them. Okay. So I'm going to lay out these goals, what's on my mind. I'm going to miss some goals. That's okay. Because I'm going to get, the goal is to get it done. The goal is to write it down and let it marinate, let it do its job, and don't procrastinate, because then you don't get nothing done. You need to write your goals down. So let me just start off with health. Here we go. The first one. This one's been slowing my effing roll down. Run a half marathon on April 30th. I even wrote the date down. Now, this is not a goals session. I'm going to teach you how to write goals if you want to, or teach you how to do goals. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for goals. But my first one out the gate, one of the hardest, I don't even know. I'm injured, but I'm going to do it. It's run a half marathon, Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon. And I just want to give two shouts out to two homies that have just been supporting me. Steve Carruthers, Bam. I know you run marathons. I'm going to be running right next to you. I'm giving you a shout out. And Jimmy Ogle, yes, Home Investors, yes, Ogle Property Solutions. I'm calling it out. You probably don't even listen to this FM podcast, but that's okay. But hey, if you run a marathon in Oklahoma City on April 30th, I need you. I might have to walk that mother. I got Planta Fanta something. But let me tell you something. I'm going to do it. April 30th. I'm letting you know. All right. Another goal, health. No red meat, no burgers, no steaks. Now, last year I was probably 99% legit on that one. That's going to be my goal for forever, but I got to write it down. You got to remind yourself, no red meat for me. Another goal, work out 5 times a week for 40 minutes each time. I try to cut that down to 30 minutes, get, cheese ball. That's what life people tell you, work out 3 times a week. Nope. Work out 5 times a week. I need to put this on my street goals for 40 minutes of cardio. All right, that's another one. Eat at least 1 plant-based shake a day and 1 fruit like apple or banana a day. So I need to write this out somehow that I can see it in my face, and I need to do a checklist. I have a box. I have like a bunch of boxes, 30 boxes across a piece of paper, and right above that box it says fruit / apple or banana workout. Did you do it? So on and so forth. And then a short-term goal is my goal for losing weight. My goal to lose weight is 15 pounds. To do that, I know everybody's cliche, everybody's doing goal, lose weight, blah, blah, blah. No, for real. I actually lost 15 pounds last year, and guess what, folks? I gained it all back. Yeah, I'm chubbed out right now. I'm pissed the F off. That's probably why I'm slow with this mother. But still, my goal right now is to, a quick short-term goal is to do 2 meals a day. This is an easy way to lose weight. 2 shakes a day. If I do that for a week, I can get myself a goal, which is like a LED light. I know it's whack, but that's how it is. I know I'm talking too fast. My family, I want to do a date night with my wife once a month, guaranteed, no way around it. My ultimate goal is 2 times a month, at least every other week. Man, I'm stoked about it. We got a date night going on. A date night with my kids once a month called Daddy Date Night, Boys Night, at least once a month, that I just take one of my children out to wherever, something small to eat and maybe something fun. I know you budget conscious folks. I know every time I roll up to Chuck E. Cheese, I'm like, with my boy, I'm like, this is going to be murder. Okay. The cool thing is I found at Chuck E. Cheese on Tuesdays, it's half price Tuesday for all the games. So like $10 goes money far. But hey, it's not about the money. It's about the experience. Figure out the ways to make more money on the side. But I'm telling you right now, the greatest thing that my wife has told me is, or I learned from somewhere, I believe it's from my wife, you got to do daddy date night. They will remember that forever. If you're struggling out there with your children, just say, hey, we're going to get together at 6:00 and walk around the neighborhood. That's free. You can consider that a daddy date night, but I'm going to do at least once of those a month. My another goal is I want to be home at 4:00 every day, 90% of the time when I'm in town, period. I'm going to try to shoot for 3 p.m. I'm a routine guy. I like a consistency, and I've been trying to affect that in my life. It's been kind of throwing me off my wagon, but I've made some adjustments in my scheduling. But I'm going to be home 90% of the time at 4 p.m. It don't matter if the world ends. My kids get out of school by 3:30. 30 minutes for them to get all unwound for a minute, and then bang, bang, daddy ball coming in, rolling in loud, hot. I'm going to come in there, juice them up, love on them for an hour or so, wrestle with them, beat them up, do the thing, and then, it's dinner, and then boom, and then they're getting ready to do their homework in bed. It's so crazy that we live this life, and we only spend, this is folks out there only spend 10 minutes with their kids. They come home after work at 6, they eat dinner, they tired. Next thing you know, the kid's in bed. And then, of course, I want to increase my net worth by millions so I can give millions. So that's a goal that I have for my family. As an investor, that's my heading. As an investor, I want to increase my private money. I want to build relationships with more people, A, to help them, B, to also help myself reciprocate. A goal that I have for 2017 is to produce a private money CD and a video to come where I can just pass the CD out and say, hey, this is what I do. This is how you can get involved. And this is how you can stop getting janked by IRAs and having someone else manage your money. You should manage your own money by loaning it out through private money. So I want to come up with a product for free, or a product seller. I don't know. I haven't figured it out. That a CD that can go around. I know people don't even have CDs, but baby boomers still have CDs. So on and so forth. Hopefully you got that vision. I know, heavy breathing on the microphone, but 20 units. I want to buy 20 more units. I'm about to close on the property, so I only got 19 more to do. Bing, bing. I would like to have 2 more short-term rentals, vacation places. I think those would be off the chain, and in another market. In that market, I would like to see maybe Branson or Seattle, or maybe even like a ski place, even though I don't ski. But a homie of mine, a friend of mine, just locked up a great condo for $45,000. man, he says he can bring in, after all expenses, about $12,000 a year. That's a G a month off a $45,000 investment. The actual assets were 65, but he is grinding it out. He is dealing with Airbnb like way hard. But hey, if you can buy an asset for 45,000, it yields 1,000. Wow, you've got to jump in that. And then, hey, I'm going to put on my radar, I'm almost done remodeling this office building. Man, it would be, I'm digging office buildings. I'm digging dealing with people that are successful and that need an office space. So maybe put that on my goals. Recap for my investment, do a private money CD, bing, bing, 20 units, boom, only 19 left, 2 short-term more rentals, hopefully soon. Seattle, Branson. I know Branson's whack, but that's how I like it. Branson's close in an office building. I want to give back bigger this year. I would like to double what I give to Whiz Kids. That would be awesome, which is right now I give an average of $1,200 a year plus some other stuff and $1 for every book. I want to double that deal to $2,400 plus something else. And then I want to release there's a book that I have inked. Well, yeah, I've finished. It's called ABCs of Success. It's a kid's book, but I want to do a Kickstarter. I don't know how I'm going to get all this done. But I want to do a Kickstarter, and the money from the Kickstarter goes to Whiz Kids. I want to give back double, triple that I did before. I've increased my tithe this year. Just humbled about that deal. The Lord is like, yo, you've been giving this much, give a little bit more. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And, the day I started tithing years ago, it has changed, transformed my life. It's really weird. As a hustler, that's me. I'm going to be honest with you. I know exactly how much I make, and I know how much I can give, right? But, on your tax return, it says a different thing, because the great thing about being an entrepreneur, you can invest in certain ways that you can get more deductions. And of course, you don't want to take a big paycheck home because you pay more in taxes. It just doesn't make sense. Taxes, you should pay your full share, but you need to use all the opportunities to not to do that. And I remember that, for many years as a young businessman, I was making no money for a long time. I mean, I'm barely surviving. And I was always struggling on my tithe, because at the end of the day, I didn't make any money. How do I tithe on that? And one successful entrepreneur came, he's like, yo, you know how much money you make. And I was like, yeah, I know. But, and he's like, you need to just tithe this, set up a number and tithe off of that. And I was like, since I'd really committed to tithing, and Jesus is the deal, man. He's my partner. I wouldn't even be here where I am if it wasn't for that dude. So what's a little bit cheddar on the side? And the day that this is about 7-10 years ago, I just slow and steady. And man, this year I'm like, okay, I've been dealing with this one number for a while. I know exactly how much money I make, what the benefits I receive as a entrepreneur, as a business owner, AKA expenses that you get to have and benefit. If I wasn't an owner of a business, I would have to pay that. I add that up. And that's how I came up with this number. And I rocked this number. And man, my life has just been outrageously blessed through that. I don't think God is blessing me because of that I'm tithing more. I think he says in his word that if you can handle 100, I can give you 1,000. I'm not going to give you 1,000 if you can't handle 1,000. And so I think my life has been blessed through that process because I'm a steward of what God has given me. But at the end of the day, all money doesn't really effing matter anyway. You're dead anyway. So what's the point? At the church that I go to, where that money goes, it impacts other people's lives, from homeless people all the way up to third world countries. Just give. That's what you should do. And it's a minimum of 10, and you can give more, whatever. I know I got way too long on a tangent on like I'm a preacher now. Yeah, amen. My bad. So now I'm on Savvy. What is Savvy going to do? Savvy Landlord, that's me. That's what I'm going to do. What's my next level? Hold me accountable, peoples. I got to get Savvy Landlord on Audible. Man, it's so detailed oriented. And I'm not an anal detail person. And obviously you could tell, right, the way I talk and misspelling words and no complete sentences and fragmented somebody, but it don't matter. Here's my goal right here. Audible. Savvy Landlord needs to be on Audible. Somebody needs to hit me back up. This is my goal for 2017. Crazy. I want to release a book on banking and money. I'm about 70% done on that book. I've actually got the manuscript done. but I need to push myself. I started a book last year called Lawsuits, Lawyers, and Landlords. The reason why I was getting sued like crazy, and I'm like, there's other landlords out there that are getting sued. They need to hear about this. I need to hear from them. And I'm writing it with an amazing attorney friend, so I need to get that done. Someone needs to juice me up on that. A book that I would like to release, I don't know if I'm going to get it out this year, but it's called Savvy Secrets. Just a little trinkets, little intricate things that I feel that has helped me. A goal that I have to do, I'm speaking in Ohio at the Ohio RIA, and I guess that would be sometime in October maybe. I'm going to do that one. I got to release that course. So I'm going to have a whole landlord course out. That's going to be crazy in its own right. I want to make $120,000 for Savvy Enterprises. Now, I ran the number for me to give to Wiz Kids to go to summer camp with my kids, and comes to a certain number, 50,000, to do all these things that I want to do. And then I realized after listening to Grant Cardone and some great friends of mine, I can't say that dude's name, Grant Cardone or whatever, obsessed. He said, don't just set goals that are just exactly what you need. You need to set goals that are bigger than that. So I was like, okay, I need roughly about 60 G's to make. And so I set my goal for 120 for Savvy Empire, Savvy Investors, Savvy the whole thing. That would be my income that I would live off of. In the properties that I want to purchase, I need these certain revenue to do that, to get those vacation rental properties. I need to have 120,000. So that's my goal. Hopefully I hit that deal. Now for the Savvy Radio Show, I know pushing myself to it's already January 11th or 12th or whatever the date it is, 300 podcasts this year. I know what is wrong with me, but I don't know why, but why not? I'm like, that means I got to step up. First of all, it's hard to do one every day, Monday through Friday, but now 300, I don't know. I just wrote that goal down, 300 episodes. Either you're going to hate me or you're going to love me or you're going to just make fun of me, because I got to come up with episodes all the time. That means I got to bust one out on a weekend. But I do got some cool episodes coming down that I've been actually way ahead, several of them with my wife. Yes, Big Shanae is coming down on the Savvy Radio Show, bringing female knowledge to the ladies and smashing me. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. One of those episodes is I'm going to interview her. I'm pretty stoked about that. Just like, what's it like to be married to a real estate investor? And I know her well enough that she's not going to just be like, oh, cheeseball. Oh, well, it's great. No, it's murder. And, you'll be surprised how many people email me and text me and that they're struggling with their marriage, like their team player, the spouse. It's not on the team. Like they're in another world. And my wife is not all in my business. Like she doesn't know, she probably doesn't even know how many cribs we have, but she's supportive in what we're doing. She sees the vision and the goal and the direction, and she likes the kind of lifestyle that we have through real estate. And I believe that only through real estate, not getting a doctorate degree or 50, bachelor degrees could yield the lifestyle that we're living. I know for a fact through Jesus and real estate, boom, bing, there it is. We have this amazing lifestyle, and I can't wait for my wife to come out and bring some knowledge, because I'm going to learn something from her. I want to interview 50 people in 2017 for the Savvy Radio Show. So even if you've never been in real estate and you have any interest in being on the radio show, I'm just fascinated. I think that you can always learn something from somebody. There's something inside everybody that someone needs to know and needs to learn, all the way from how to unlock a door to, I know that's whack. I mean, unlock a door, where'd that come from? But still, there's something inside of you. That's right, you listener. If you made it this far, 18 minutes, this message is for you. If you have any interest at all or not want to be on the radio show, I don't know why you would want to be on the show, but if you have something to contribute to society, I would love to interview you and talk about that. I got some good interviews that I'm rolling out soon. I don't know why I'm procrastinating on it. And here it is. My last and final, my spiritual goals. I want to be consistent in my quiet time. Like that, so far for 10 days, or I don't know what day it is, but the 12th, I have done my quiet time every day. YouVersion Bible, turn it open. And my new goal is I'm trying not to check my email or get on Facebook or do anything else before I do my QT, my quiet time. That's my spiritual goal. My another spiritual goal is that I don't want to miss church at all for any reason, and if I'm in town, which we're as a family, it's a great opportunity that we just commit to going to church. Has been a good spiritual growth, and also committing to the life group and through prayer. So I know that's elusive goals at the end. These may seem not all crazy in order or specific, and I wanted to get them out. If some of these goals have contributed to you or motivated you, or like, I need to get that goal. I love hearing about other people's goals. If you want to share me your goals, I'd appreciate it. If you need some accountability out there, I need accountability, and you have every right to call me out in 2 months. Give me 2 months, 60 days, and I'm going to try to get back on a radio show and say, hey, this is where it's going on these goals. My number one mother effing goal is I've got to get savvy on Audible. I don't know why I'm slow with that deal. If you have any skills on Audible, or you know how to get it on Audible, I'd appreciate that. Other than that, my name is Stephen Van Kalmberg. I am the Savvy Landlord. I appreciate you listening to the radio show. If you want more motivating episodes, go to thesavvyradioshow.com. Have a wonderful, beautiful 2017.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook, and always be buying assets.